What's up, the boxing world? This is Derek Papa Rolone at Strictly Boxing. Man, I got a good show today for you, man. Something real different. Something different from other podcasts that you're used to watching, man. I got a show, man, that's gonna touch on some different areas about the sport. And what inspired this um, discussion in the show about is I was talking to a young fighter, and I was amateur fighter, and he just came back into the gym, and I asked him a question, man. I said, man, we got fights coming up June 22nd out in Paterson, New Jersey, man. You wanna try to get you a fight on that card? And he said, well, you know what? I don't know. I don't know. Let me see if that's enough time. Like I'm from a different built. Like I'm built a little differently. Like that kind of bothered me a little bit, man. And so because that sometimes that might mean that the fighter not don't have that something special on the inside that it takes, man, to really win in this sport and to really be who you are. And so after a couple of days, he in the gym, and I walked over to him last night, man, and at the gym, and I said, listen, man, when you start running and you start really running every day and running good, your mentality changes. You start to get in shape, and you would answer that question differently. When your body starts to get in shape and start making commitments and start doing that, something special happens to the people that got that on the inside. Like, yeah, let's do this. 22nd, all right, 6 weeks for an amateur fight, 5 weeks for an amateur. Yeah, we could do that. It's a 3-round fight. Yeah, let's do that. 22nd, yeah, let's get ready for it. Because that's how you be built. But when you're not in shape and you're not doing the right commitment and you're not doing this, it's a whole nother mentality. So that's what motivated me to do this show today. Because this show, it means a lot to me. Because, we're making a lot of champions that's making a lot of, and we have a good special way of looking at these fighters, man. We look at them like they're really, really so good. And it's so difficult, man, because you don't get to see what's on the inside until you see them, until you see them tested. And and sometimes they don't know that when you start building them up and giving them little, like my man Rajon Pittman said, he said you give them tomato cans and cab drivers, and then you grow them up thinking that they better than they really is. That's a hard situation when a fighter starts to question himself and like, damn, man, they made me think I was really this good and really was that good, and I ain't really all that I thought I was. And then you ain't built like that on the inside. That's why it's something different, man, about the build, And some people think the hard struggle, the struggle you have in life, like, we talked about people that I heard people say recently about, even in the Tank Davis with Frank Martin press conference, my man, you from the suburbs, like being from the suburbs gonna make you weak. Like coming up in life and the struggle is going to make you tougher and stronger. And in some cases it do. So I think that it comes down to what's on the inside, man. How you was built on the inside, man, And maybe there's some ways you can nurture it and bring it up out of you, but it's something on the inside of you that gets you a little different from other fighters, that separates you. You know what I mean? So this show today, man. Well, before we start, this is going to be a good show. Before we start, I want to welcome everybody to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the other videos coming up. All right. If you like the channel, I appreciate the thumb. All right. And let me hear your dialogue, man. Let's talk about this. Let's dialogue on this topic, man, and see what's going on. I'm naming this boxing is 90% mental. We hear it all the time. It's what's in the mind, man. The better fighter don't always win. The better fighter don't always win. Sometimes a fighter could be undefeated and you think he all this, and like Mike Tyson said, everybody got something to say till they get punched in the mouth. Once you get punched in the mouth, it's like, whoa, this is different. This is different. This But it's something that some people are built a certain way where you punch in my mouth, oh, that turns me on. Like now, we got to fight, because a fight, you hit me, now I got to get you. See, this is a mental thing, man, and everybody don't got this mental thing. It's like a false mental trying to nurture it and bring it out, but I'm knock out, like my man said, tomato cans, and made him build him up, and I'm undefeated, making him think he this and that. But he know deep on the inside what his restraints is and how far he will go, because some of them don't go that far, you know. So this happened when he talking to this young guy, man. I talked to him, and so the question comes up to me: are champions made, or are they born? Now that's like nurture versus nature. You know what I mean? And you know, remember the movie Twins, and they twins with the same mother, same father, and they just grew up in different areas. But they got some similarities that come from birth, and then where you grew up from and what you went through in life is another situation of who you are. So what I want to talk about is champions made or born? Okay? That's it right there. It's something on the inside, man. It's a different reaction. You can see these fights. Like, when we really look at Crawford, we see him. He'll get hit, and you will see the face frown up because he want to get you back. And it's just a certain thing, man, with quiet guys. You know, like in the past, right? In the past, the quiet man was considered the dangerous man. The quiet man was the dangerous man, you know. In the past, you know, we taught, you know, we always taught that when people talk a lot, they're the softest in the bunch. They're the softest in the bunch. They running around always trying to talk. Sounds to me like what's going on in the fight game. All the fighters is trying to win the fight at the press conference. They're trying to take put the fear in the opponent at the press conference. And that way they win the fighter. They win the fight at the press conference. Some of them try to do it at the face-off. Some of them try to do it at the middle of the ring, at the weigh-in. They try to face off. Let me tell you, I remember a fighter. Well, everybody know Aaron Pryor. Aaron Pryor, to me, one of the best fighters in the world, man. He was one of the best fighters in the world. And I think, you know, lifestyles might have had a real difficult part with him. But he only lost to one person ever, right? Which was his last fight, I believe it was, right? His last fight was in South Mountain Arena in West Orange, New Jersey. That's where I had my last fight at, too. So Aaron Pryor was fighting a friend of mine, a guy I've been in his camp for a while. He fought Reggie Johnson for the middleweight title, a couple other chances he had title shots. His name was Bobby Joe Young. Bobby Joe Young was out of Ohio. A lot of people out of Ohio now probably following Bobby Joe Young footsteps, because he was like one of the first I knew out of Columbus and Cincinnati and all that. But now they got a lot of good fighters out in those areas. But Bobby Joe Young was a good fighter. I was in the locker room with Bobby Joe Young when he was fighting Aaron Pryor. Aaron Pryor was coming by the locker room talking junk and making all this noise. It's Hulk time. I'm going to destroy you. It's Hulk time. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And you know, Bobby Joe Young sat right there real quiet. I witnessed this. He said, I hope I don't hurt you tonight. Now that's deep right there, because that's like, whoa. Like, here you is talking all this right here, and he said, I hope I don't hurt you tonight. See, something on the inside of these fighters, man, that type of, you trying to talk junk, that motivates them, that lifts them up. Okay, all right. That's what happened to me with Mike Mungin, man. When I fought Mike Mungin, man, I was an underdog, man. He act all funny and talk all junk at the weigh-ins. It just got me mad, man. It just like, okay. It just put a different type of thing in me, because I'm built from something else. You come talking to me. You ain't putting no fear in me. You ain't putting no fear in me. That's not how I'm built. And there's some fighters like that, and they separate. It separates the real and the not real. And that's what I think separates the fighters, that you make all these, give them all this. Now they living so good, you think they this, they can sell tickets. They real nice people or they real bad people, whichever one the people like. Sometimes they like the bad people. But it comes down to today's fighters, man. They try to put fear inside the opponent. They try to put the fear in them. Like, you're going to talk or win. You're going to talk and win. Nah. Now, you got to try to figure out how you're going to determine these fighters. Okay? You know, and you catch that dude that's sitting there saying, all right, we're going to see. Fighters be like, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Okay. Yeah, all right. We'll see. Now, the upcoming fight with Tank and Frank Martin, right? I still think Tank got the better chance, most likely to win, which was the power. And he's a boxer. He hits hard, he's strong, and everything. What I think, though, I never seen Tank do so much talking like he doing now. Like, Tank was that quiet dude I'm telling you about that's built different. He was that one saying, yeah, all right, we're going to see. We'll see. I do my talking in the ring. Because this is 90% mental. This fight game is about how you is. I'm telling you, in my gym, you know, man, we got some really good trainers. I don't take nothing away from nobody. But I'm the only one that tells you I want some attitude with that jab. I don't want look, let me see you throw some punches with some intention. I need attitude. This thing is mental. And if I ain't raising you and teaching you and training you that you got to have this type of attitude, then I'm making you not tap into some things that's inside of you that's going to bring out the best in you. See, some people, it brings the best out of you, and some things, it exposes you. So, today's thing that I wanted to talk about, I said, you know, even in life, man, and everything in life, it depends on your mental. It's mental, man. Everything is mental. Okay? I beat a whole lot of fighters that were better than me, skillfully wise, power wise. But that mental thing on the inside, like, let's do it. Come on. You hit me, I'm hitting your ass back. Let's go. You know? And that's the difference, man. And the fighters today, not all of them, because there's some that we know are on the outside. You know, it ain't about, you know, oh, I got the title to win loss. It's about, let's see what we got while we're in there. And in my opinion, man, I think Devin Haney was tricked. I think he was tricked, man, into thinking that he's all that he is. And I'm hoping I'm wrong about him not being able to come back. You know, I didn't hear him say anything about a rematch. I don't even hear him say anything about any other fights, man. All they're talking about is drug tests and you know, suing somebody and getting something up, and, you know, that's not the mentality of a real champion that knows he's good and got confidence in himself and built on the inside. You know how Bill Haney always talking about, we from the street. Nah, man, street dudes don't do that. Look, let's do it. Let's run this thing back, because I got to get you back. You know, that's how we used to fight back in the day, man. If you beat me today, you got to fight me again tomorrow. That's how it was. Look, until now, you know, everybody got guns and stuff, and, you know, and they want to shoot somebody for getting punched in the face or something. That's the craziest thing in the world. But I'll tell you something. You know, back in the day, no, you can't beat me once. You know, you got to fight me every day until you see me, till you say, all right, man, fuck it, all right, man, you know, give up, because, you know, that's how we do. When you built like that, that's how you built like that. And these guys are not built like that any longer. Not even the little kids like that, man. Guys, funny thing, be quite honest, and I think that's why we got an uproar uproar in the female boxing, man, because these females, man, these little girls come in the gym, man. These little girls, man, they want to fight. They more determined than the little boys, man. They're like breaking my heart. Like, come on, man, toughen up. It's bad. It's bad, you know. Mental challenges in life, though, man. This has a lot to do with regular life, man. Regular life, man. It don't matter. The people that succeed is the ones that can go down and get back up. The ones that could, not gonna let life stop them. This helps you in everyday life, man. If you want to make it in life, you gotta go through the fire after fire, and you gotta keep it up. You can't be, I'm over, you know. And sometimes, man, you get all that money, because we got a lot of fighters getting a lot of money. Their lifestyle is different. They laid back. They don't got to get up. Ain't no work for the money. They just, hey, man, they ain't got motivated, man. They ain't really got it like that no more. It's unfortunate that happens, but that's how it is, man. But sometimes, though, I'm telling you, man, and like I said earlier, man, it happened to me, man. People can talk so much junk that it backfires, man. It backfires. You're trying to put fear in him, and you motivating him and inspiring him, because you want to talk all. And he said, "Yeah, this one here, I'm tired of him talking all this mess right here. You know what? We're gonna see. We're gonna see. This is a mental thing, man. Look. If somebody built like that on the inside, all you doing is like, you know what? Let me just tighten up. You're going to make him sacrifice. You're going to make him commit. You're going to make him get up every morning. He's going to run and he's going to train. Why? Because you talking so much junk about what you're going to do, going to make him get up and do what he got to do and beat you and to win. And that be the problem, man. That be the problem, man. Talking, man, I make somebody mean. I learned this way back in Syracuse in the regional tournament, man, and Syracuse back, I don't know, about 106 pounds or something, man. And, one of these guys, I didn't know the guy was 55 and with 50 knockouts as an amateur fighting, one of them Loving brothers or something. And talking all the junk, getting ready to fight me, man. And I was like, you know what, man? This dude right here, he talking too much. Yeah, I knocked him out in the first round. But that's what happens, man, when somebody talk you into reaching down on the inside of you. They'll stimulate something on the inside of you and not even know. That'll backfire you on you. Because some fighters are built different. And that's why they always say, I heard several people talk about Terrence Crawford is a different fighter. Like he ain't fighting nobody like that, Another thing that kind of motivated me to do this show on this topic, man, because, I'm seeing a lot of Tank Davis, man, doing a lot of talking and stuff. Like, yo, man, like, I don't know, trying to sell himself to social media. It's a different lifestyle. It's a different time. I'm trying to get it, but it sounds like during the press conference with him and Frank Martin, he was like he trying to scare him. And then, so I don't know if it's most of the time you trying to scare somebody because you scared. I don't know. You scared, so you trying to talk your way out of it. Talk yourself, scare him. But the real dude gonna be like, I'm telling you, man, I was in the locker room when Ann Pryor was getting all up in Bobby Joe Young face and talking all, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And he said, I really hope I don't hurt you tonight. Man, it stimulated me like, whoa. So a look on Aaron Pryor's face like, whoa. This dude's something different. I don't know, man. Let me know what you think, man. I mean, I stay, but we've been teaching all over. We say the boxing is 90% mental. Boxing 90% mental. And like I said earlier, what motivated me to do this right here was a young guy, man. I'm trying to get him a fight. About another month and 5 weeks, and he think he need more time to get in shape. So, like I wasn't built like that. Like I was different, man. I was different. You know what I mean? Kenneth Gould was the world champion, man. I wasn't even in the gym, man. And They rolled by the block. Yo, Pop, man, the world champ coming in New Jersey, man. In Jersey City, man. He coming in New Jersey, man. You want to fight him? I was like, yeah, I'll fight him. Nah, you been in the shape. I ain't in the gym. First fight against Kenneth Good, he got that. Okay, all right. All right, good. So I started getting in shape training. I went to the Nationals out in Buffalo, and I fought him again. He got that one off. I said, okay, all right, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. Then we had to fight down in Raleigh, North Carolina. I beat him, but they gave him the fight, man. I beat his butt, man. I really was banging him up, man. I felt like I won every round. And they had picked him good to go to the Olympics and gave him the fight. But since he number one and I'm number two, we got to fight again in Colorado Springs. Pan American box off, and I drops him in the first round, bang, and he out, and they helping him up, and I mean that's what made me turn pro, man. I turned pro, man. I said these amateurs is fixed, and he already picked him to go to the Olympics, so let me get a jump start on my career and let me go. But I'm not happy with that decision. Part of me think I should have just waited around for another chance and keep trying to beat him, but I thought they had gave him that. So, but again, this is Derek Poppy Rolon at Strictly Boxing, and to me, boxing is 90% mental. As a matter of fact, all of life is 90% mental. If you get your mind strong, you get tight up in here, and nobody can beat you. Not even nobody can beat you but you. It's a Derek Poppy Rolon, Strictly Boxing. Peace.